Okay, here we are back in Legend Heroes Trails to Azure, and for the last quest of the set, we need to go to Belgard Gate, which is something about driving. So I think it's like we have to chase a speeding car or something like that. There was a horrible power emanating from that demonic monster yesterday. Whatever it was, it seemed different from the cryptids and the reports we received. We're gonna have to keep our guards up. Most of the repairs on the railroad were taken care of overnight. The real trouble was the monster we ran into yesterday. That thing has to have been what caused the derailment, right? Oh, so that's the quest right there. Let's go inside and talk to everyone first. I'm still worn out from working on the repairs last night. Maybe I should catch a nap while I can. You never know what might happen in a state of high alert like this. Thank you for solving that case in our morgue yesterday. If it weren't for you, I'm not sure what would have happened. Man certainly did make it easy for us. He was much more slippery than we expected. Now that he's wanted, however, they should be able to apprehend him in due time. You think so? He looked like the greatly persistent type to me. Yeah, that phony's gonna be a menace till the second he's finally behind bars. You're probably right. I only hope he doesn't cause any more damage before then. Second Lieutenant Morale's unit ran into a giant monster yesterday. The thing's still on the loose, so she's deployed a company to search the state for it. Geez, if we didn't have enough on our plates with all this international friction. I was on the train yesterday when it flew off the rails. Thankfully my injuries are light, so I called my daughter to come pick me up. Doesn't mean I'm still not sore, though. Father, are you alright? Why don't we go and rest in the mess hall for a while? For some reason I've been feeling on top of my game ever since I ate Stella's extra spicy soup yesterday. Must be the power of love. But man, love really hurts when you digest it. It's an awful day to be posted outside. I feel bad for all those rain-soaked guardsmen. What they need is a nice hot meal to warm them up. Or maybe I'll use that super spicy soup I made for class as a base for some hot pot. It just had to rain today, didn't it? Perhaps I should have taken a train after all. Though in my defense, I was in no rush to board one after that horrible accident. Just take a bus. Heard all about yesterday's train accident. They're saying a giant monster struck the locomotive and caused it to derail. That train was made by a famous Imperial arms manufacturer called the Rhineford Company, so it should have had pretty durable plating. That gives me an idea of just how terrifying that monster must have been, even if I didn't see it myself. I don't think I've seen her sprite before, which is what strikes me as being a little odd. You put on quite the show yesterday, Detective Bannings. Pardon? Are you referring to our investigation of the scene of the train accident? Had we rushed the repairs, we never would have learned the truth of what had transpired. That miscalculation would have been no one's fault but my own. I was far too impatient on my part. You merely acted in the best interest of the CGF. Yeah, plus you guys practically raced to fix things up afterwards. Although I'd say both sides did a bang-up job, nothing to get depressed about. They're right, Commander. You all give me far too much credit. At any rate, allow me to thank you once more for your efforts, Triple S. Regardless of the circumstances, it was your efforts that led us to learn what caused the derailment. That sizable monster is an obvious point of concern, but please allow us to handle it. No one out here. That train derailment yesterday was just awful. If the culprit really was a giant monster, what's to stop it from causing something like that again? If you ask me, I think we should be deployed on a search and destroy mission for that thing. Even Elytra's look impede your range of vision. That's not ideal given all the eyewitness reports about those cryptids. I better keep my eyes peeled too. And now it's time for the actual quest. Randy, Special Support Section. Good morning, and thank you for coming. Happy to be here, Second Lieutenant. Thank you all for the hard work you put into that railway effort, by the way. Railway repair effort. Not all, it's a relief that we were able to get it all cleaned up. That said, we never did manage to track down that giant monster. I've ordered several units to patrol around the state today, but I'd be surprised if we caught wind of it. It's cool, we all know fixing up the rails was the bigger priority. I think it's fine to forget about the big and brawny and focus on the task at hand. I suppose you're right. Speaking of which, we came to learn more about the request you submitted. Not to rush, but would you mind explaining the details to us? Of course. We had a reckless vehicle menacing the West Crossville Highway recently. It's been causing trouble for Airbonian travelers and bus services. I'd like you to help us put a stop to it. Reckless driving, this sounds familiar. Could it be the same group of young men that we stopped in the city a while ago? Do you mean the so-called High Bloods? That does sound like them. Our failure to maintain public order is being called into question by the Empire and Republic already. If this negligent driving were to injure a foreigner, we could end up with another international incident on our hands. Yesterday's derailment isn't helping matters either. You're saying that Crossbell's in a precarious position right now. Correct. As far as this matter is concerned, we're cooperating with the Metropolitan Division to catch the perpetrators. As the car is often seen on the highway nearby, I only thought it fitting that the Bellegarde unit help with the arrest. Sounds good to me. Do you happen to have a plan in mind? Yes, the reckless car has a regular route. It comes down from West Crossbell Highway before turning around at Bellegarde Gate. You'll be conducting a stakeout here. Once the car makes its approach, I want you to pursue it in your own vehicle. At that point, I'll alert the Metropolitan Division and have them stand by at the city's west exit. A pincer attack? Exactly. Can I count on your help? Time for a car chase. Of course you can. We'd be happy to accept the request. Thank you, Triple S. This will be a lot easier with you on board. I'll contact the Metropolitan Division so we can officially get started. We should take our places in that case. Yeah, let's grab our wheels and get ready for a chase. Good thinking. We'll be counting you to do your thing when the time comes, Noel. You've got it. Driven to the Brink started. No sign of that crazy car yet, huh? You sure it's even coming? We'll just have to wait and see. It's right, I was supposed to run along West Crossbell Highway. That's the reason Officer Kate and the Metropolitan Division haven't been able to catch it on their own. The CPD's jurisdiction is generally confined to within city limits, so it's up to the wily band of misfits to save the day once again. An astute summation. Whether they're inside the city or not, we can't let them put civilians or their poor car in danger any longer. One way or another, we're gonna put a stop to this. That's the spirit. Wait, that sounds like... What the? Hey, watch it. Stupid bus almost ran right into us. It is the High Bloods. We were right. Alright everyone, it's go time. You give chase, I'll get in touch with the Metropolitan Division. Understood. Noel, I'll call the shots. You just focus on driving. Oh great, a backseat driver. I feel sorry for Noel right now, man. Yes, sir. Well, I guess she's the kiddo to our Green Hornet today. Who the heck are these guys? Let's give them a little... I couldn't read that. I moved too fast. We're gonna run right into them. Hit the brakes. Gotcha. What? The idiots are out of control. So long as we're in this bay, we can close the gap in no time. Right. Noel, keep up the pursuit and don't let them get away. Roger. No, his name is Lloyd. They're still after us. Leave them in our dust or send another piece of cake. They're gonna get away at this rate. So reduce speed through the curve? No, we're gonna drift. Noel, it's all you from here. Yes, sir. Aw, man, that wasn't that exciting. You took that curve at an impressive speed despite the unfavorable driving conditions. Tio's right, don't you think it's a little dangerous barreling down the road in a rain like this? It's gonna take more than a little drizzle to slow these treads. Here's not a runaway vehicle in Crossbell that can outrun Noel Seeker. You do remember this is a pursuit and not a race, right? Anyway, let's close the gap. They're not half bad. Yeah. All we have to do is keep this up and the Metropolitan Division's pincer attack at the West Gate should go as planned. Wait. Something's wrong. What's going on with their car? Huh? What the? Brakes aren't working. What? They're losing control of the vehicle. What should we do? At this rate, there could be a serious accident. Yeah, right. This is like the dumbest thing you could do right here, but, well, like, due to lack of alternative, we'll pull in front. Well, pick up speed and pull in front. It's a risk. We can use our car as a wall to cut them off. Roger. Nope, it's still Lloyd. Now that's what I call a happy ending. Now we need to cite him for polluting that pond. Are we alive? I thought I was a goner. They don't seem hurt, at least. Maybe pulling ahead of them wasn't the right move after all. No, I think it was. Things could have gone a lot worse than they did. Moreover, they turned the steering wheel of their own accord. They have no one to blame but themselves. On the bright side, our car managed to avoid sustaining any damage. A little water never hurt anyone. They should be glad they're still in one piece. Look like that would be useful in the casino. Too bad they're going to jail instead. Well, there's only one thing left to do. Let's report this to the Second Lieutenant Morale in the Metropolitan Division. Well, if it isn't the High Bloods, you're a long ways from the residential district. You're also under arrest for speeding, among various other charges. Achoo! I think we can consider this case closed. Good work, everybody. We wouldn't have been able to catch them without your help. And we wouldn't have made this arrest at all without your cooperation, Second Lieutenant Morale. I'm sure tensions on the border have you busier than ever, so allow me to express my gratitude on behalf of the Metropolitan Division. Likewise, Officer Kate. This is one less thing for the CGF to worry about. As for you, Triple S, I'm in your debt once again. Don't even mention it. I've been wondering, Noel, Tio, do you have any idea what happened to their car back there? Brake failure. That's the main reason they lost control like that. From what I can tell, they've been sloppy with keeping this poor car maintained. Wait, weren't you supposed to be taking care of that, Reggie? Oh, yeah, I knew there was something I've been forgetting to do recently. Additionally, the orbital engine has shorted out completely. I estimate that'll cost just as much to fix those as it would to simply purchase a new one. Hate to see good car go to waste, but at this point we might have to scrap the whole thing. You're kidding me. No way, Yuri had to pull a ton of strings with the Vern Company to get the latest model too. Please, a totaled car too is pocket change to me. We can just go to the orbital store and buy another one. Hells yeah, you're the best, Yuri. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's pick out something right now. Let's go pick out something right now. Hold on just a second. Are you forgetting that you're under arrest for speeding on a public highway? You realize that's going to come with a serious penalty. Oh, a penalty. How terrifying. We're foreigners. You really think you'll be able to do much to us with those flimsy laws of yours? Yeah, we'll have to pay a small fine before walking away scot-free, just like last time. Here we go again. You know it. We've got places to be and things to do too, you know. I'm sure it would be a pain to take us all the way to the station. So find me whatever you like, I'll cut you a check here and now, that way it's a win-win for all of us, no? You're a genius, Yuri. You can't be serious. As nauseating as it is to admit, their bravado is not misplaced. No, that's not gonna happen. Huh? You should read the Crossville Times more often. State laws have been going through a lot of changes since Mayor Qua took office. In fact, just the other day, a major part of the legal code was amended. As it just so happens, penalties for criminal acts perpetrated by foreigners have been strengthened. What was that? That's right, based on the charges, you three are looking at a 1-month suspension on your driver's licenses. How's that for a punishment? A whole month? So you mean, even if we bought a new car, we wouldn't even be able to drive it? You may have gone too far in a few places. You don't know who you're messing with. What grounds do you have to suspend my driver's license? What right do you puny cops from a puny autonomous state have to punish me? Why, you. That's right. You must be pulling our legs. There's no way they give Crossbill's police that much power. Hey, Yuri, Sykes, I don't think they're... Shut it, Reggie. Can't you see they're trying to spoil our trip? If this is how they want to play it, I'll just have to let my dad use his influence to pressure their government. Give it up already. This is about more than how light or harsh your punishment is. You're acting like your mortal lives are in danger. I can tell you who does know how that feels. All the innocent bystanders you terrified with your reckless driving. Did you ever stop to think about that? What the hell got into her? So what if some commoners got scared by us having some harmless fun? It's only a car. What's the worst that could... What? Are you trying to say you never saw the danger in what you were doing? Even during today's incident, you could have lost your lives if the Triple S hadn't intervened. I mean, yeah, I thought I was done for when we plunged into that pond. You can't be serious. There's no way anything could happen to us. You think you're an exception? Anyone could die in a car crash. Anyone. Unsuspecting victims end up caught in crimes and accidents they did nothing to deserve all the time. I'm a police officer. This is my job. I see it happen every single day. Your reckless driving has instilled more fear in the people around you than you can imagine. And yet you have the nerve to tell me that it was all just harmless fun. The fact you keep doing this proves you have absolutely zero regard for the physical or mental well-being of others. High Bloods? You think you're noble? What a sick joke. Don't you three have any shame? Well? Kate, enough of this. You're coming with me to headquarters whether you like it or not. You'll have plenty of time to reflect on this when you're stuck at home for a month without your licenses. That's all I have to say now. Hurry up and get your butts in the patrol car before I get really mad. Hey, Yuri? Sykes? Yeah, we really screwed up this time. Whatever. And then he stole the patrol car. What the? Yuri? Wait for us! Looks like she got through to them after all. I would hope so. I've never seen Officer Kate get so animated. I'm sure they're not used to being yelled at like that. Hopefully they take something away from it. Thank you again, Triple S. You as well, Second Lieutenant. Anytime, Kate. In a way, tailing them was fun enough to be its own reward. I always wanted to be in a real-life car chase. Fun is not the first word I would use. Officer Kate, I want you to know that your words struck a chord with me too. I'll give it my all to keep Crosswell safe, and you'll do just the same, I'm sure. Without a doubt. Now, if you excuse me, I have 3 hoodlums to take to the station. And they were never seen again. Alright, we'll need to have that orbital car towed out and dropped off at the impound. Mind give me a hand? We're here, so might as well. We don't mind at all. Lloyd and others helped the CGF haul away the High Blood's car. Afterward, they returned to Belgar Gate to resume their usual activities. Driven to the Brink complete. So, let's head on back to Crossbell to go report all these quests. We're also going to pop in on the residential district to see if they're there. Nope, must still be in the clink. Man, that was only worth 7? That was worth 7? Are you worth 7 too? No, just 4. I think the next one's a rank up. Rail locker. So we're gonna slap that on Ellie real quick, and I have enough money to go buy my car part. There it is. So the cool thing about this is it'll allow me to spam my S-crafts like no tomorrow if I'm so inclined. To gain that one achievement should become a piece of cake. Orbital car part. Some of those paint jobs are really, really pricey. So we may as well finish out the set. There you go, that was Randy's. So, Decorate Officers unlocked. Now, I believe that also does boost some of their affection stuff. I think they got like half a heart off that. So yeah, being close for a lot of people with the exception of course, Lazy. That's just a little odd, but okay. Still, I'm going to call it quits here. When we pick up next time, we will be moving forward with the story of trying to find those missing bracers. I'm the Hero of Light. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.